He wrote the ultimate book on Mexican food. So this morning he's helping us up our Taco Tuesday game. We have Chef Augie joining us from The Lot Executive. Chef, good morning to you.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm very, very good. So you have a new cookbook that's out, which I'm excited to talk to you about. But you also have all this yummy food in front of you. You're making me drool.
Well, before we start off with the yummy food, I have to have my Mexican chocolate coffee in the morning. I have to have that. That's a must. I don't wake up unless I have that.
What's Mexican chocolate coffee? What do you put in there?
Well, you have to have some of the best ingredients, which is the Ibarra chocolate.
Okay.
And basically you cook that with cinnamon and Mexican candy, and then you add that to your coffee, and it's incredible. It's in the cookbook, by the way, too.
Perfect. So like you cook it on a pan first and then add it into your coffee?
Well, a pot. If you put it into a pan, it's going to slip out.
Oh, okay. Okay, got it. A pot is a good idea. And then you pour it right in. Yay. That's a good one.
Right?
I never knew how to do that. Obviously, I'm not the best chef, Chef Augie, okay? So we need your expertise. And then tacos, are you willing to share some secrets?
Absolutely. Why not? Why not? And if you get to the point where you didn't catch anything that I said, you can always refer back to the cookbook, which is a lot of the recipes that I'm doing here today, or what we're showing here today, is from the book.
Perfect. Okay, so what are you going to show us?
So this morning, because it is morning, although it is Taco Tuesday, we'll start off by showing you how to do some chilaquiles, which are in the book. And it's a really big hit. It's been a big hit over at the Lot. And what we do is we start off by taking fresh chorizo. And you want to hear that sound of that sizzling in the morning, because that's the best sound in the morning. The sound of sizzling and your Mexican chocolate makes such a beautiful morning.
Oh yeah, especially when it's so cold like it is today. Oh, that'll warm you right up.
It's extremely cold. It's extremely cold today.
Okay, so listen for the sizzle. That's chorizo that you put in there. Okay.
So I understand, or I was told that you're not much of a cook.
Right. Yeah. I try to stick to more veggie options, but you know, I'm willing to experiment.
That's the word going around the studio, is that you're not much of a cook.
I'm not a good cook. I do the dishes after my husband makes a delicious meal, so it's a good trade-off. Yeah.
So the key to making really good chilaquiles is always in the sauce.
Okay.
So if you make a great sauce, your chilaquiles are going to come out phenomenal, no matter what you put on top of them.
Okay.
So I use tomatillo chiles. I'm sorry, tomatillo tomatoes.
Okay.
I use red chilies, green chilies, onion, garlic. I use chicken broth that I make first. And again, all these recipes are in the book. And then you want to cook you want to cook them down to make a sauce out of that. And then you add cilantro at the end. There's a technique to the tomatillos when you cook them. You don't want them to boil. You want them to simmer. When they explode, if the water comes to a boil and the tomatillos explode, it creates that bitter taste to it. So you don't want them to explode per se. You just want them to kind of cook really slowly.
Okay.
And then at the very end, you'll blend everything together with the cilantro, and it creates an amazing flavor.
Okay. Chef Augie, just so you know, we have about 2 minutes left, so I just want to help you with the timing.
Let's talk a little bit about the book while we're putting this together. So I came with a friend of mine, Lori Sauer, who's the pastry chef and does all the pastries for the book. She called me and said, "Chef, we're collaborating with some really good chefs, a couple of chefs from LA, a couple of chefs from Texas, and we're doing this collaboration cookbook. Would you be interested?" And how can you say no to that, right?
Right.
So we put the book together. A good buddy of mine, Jim Sullivan, who's a photographer. As you can see, there's some amazing pictures in this cookbook.
Yeah, that looks so good.
Put everything together for us, and we were able to do this cookbook, and it just released right before the holidays, which is really good. It's the perfect time for us.
Right.
But some of these dishes that are mine, that are in the cookbook, you can get at the Lot. Our chilaquiles are available on the weekends. We do a weekend brunch, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Okay.
And you can come and try some of these beautiful chilaquiles.
You're like warming my soul just watching you make this. I'm sure it's so delicious. I've gone to the Lot many, many times. For date nights, it's like the best place to go catch a delicious dinner and a movie.
Date night because you get dinner and a movie.
Yeah, but then you have chilaquiles, so you can go during the day too. It's not just a nighttime thing, right?
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. Our movies start at around 10 or 11 in the morning, and they go till like 9 or 10 o'clock at night. So it's a great time to make it a date night.
And this is, list all the locations, because I always go to the La Jolla one. There's one in Liberty Station. Where else?
So there's a location, yeah, just like you said, in San Diego, we have our La Jolla location. We have our location in Point Loma. We also have a location in Newport Beach inside the Fashion Island Mall.
Okay.
And then we have a location up in San Ramon, which is by the outskirts of San Francisco.
Oh, gotcha. I'm glad to see the lot has expanded. I mean, it's really, once you
it's
go
growing,
there.
and we're continuing to grow.
Good.
We're continuing to put new things on the menu.
Yeah.
We're obviously, we're going to be Latin infused. And as you can see, I'm not sure if you can see my chilaquiles, but
What
there
did
they
you,
are.
okay.
And I'm going to eat them right out of the pan because I'm hungry this morning. So coffee and chilaquiles. It doesn't get any better than that.
Wait, can you tell me what that last thing was you put on the very top? Was that the egg?
That was a fried egg.
Fried egg.
A fried egg, some lime cream, pickled red onions.
Oh, that's, oh man. Look at you eating from the pan. I like
That's
your
the way
style.
we do it. That's the way we do it.
You got to make sure it tastes good before you serve it up, right? And then you also have tacos right in front of you, right?
No, these are the tacos. Yes. So the tacos, again, which are inside the book, it's an old recipe of one of my dad's uncles. So it was passed on from generation to generation. I modified it a little bit to fit into the book. But it's beef barbacoa tacos with pomegranates, pickled red onions, and then the salsa verde.
Yum. Oh man, Chef Augie, this is awesome. One more time before we go, where can everyone get your book?
You can buy the book on Amazon, or you can go to Barnes & Noble. They have it in both locations.
Okay,
Either
tell us.
order it on Amazon or Barnes & Noble.
Tell us the full name.
Mexican Food, the Ultimate Cookbook.
That's easy to remember right there. Thank you so much, Chef Augie. It was so great to see you. Thank you. I cannot wait to actually try your food. So yeah, I'll be at the lot very soon.
Let me know when you want to come, and I would be happy to make you my chilaquiles.
Good deal right there. Thank you. Great to see you this morning.